Ladies and gentlemen, Steven Spielberg.
Hello, Rick. Hey.
I feel slightly kind of, smug about this, but I've seen it, and congratulations. So huge. Yeah,
thank you.
well done. It's absolutely beautiful. It's everything we
Thank
want
you.
and more. You clearly have such a beautiful fascination and inspiration with this subject, but this is a different perspective. And I was interested
Yes.
to what the catalyst was to want to tell this story.
I think the catalyst was when I kind of removed the genre of science fiction and I started looking at this as a movie about something that is starting to become more and more kind of realistic in the real world, something that seems so unreal and so virtually foreign is suddenly becoming a little more credible. And it wasn't that I was wanting to make an incredible movie. I wanted to make a credible movie about the whole UFO phenomenon, not a holistic review of UFOs through history, but from the perspective of the very brave whistleblowers that are just now coming out and starting to say, there is a hidden truth that's been hidden for 8 decades.
Yeah.
And they are talking about it. And I decided to write this starting in 2023.
You always tell such beautiful human stories of real people who maybe find themselves in extraordinary or, otherworldly situations. Your cast in this are extraordinary. The relationships
I'm so proud of all
and the
of them.
performances are
Yeah.
unbelievable. With Emily and Josh in particular, it's such a unique
Yeah.
thing, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, exactly. It's very unique, and you have to really see the movie to appreciate how unique they are. But they're realistic. They're
Yeah.
they're like us. Even though they have, I mean, she plays a weather lady in Kansas City, and he plays a kind of, he's a whistleblower.
Yeah.
Works in a deep state contracting company. At the same time, what they do and their stories that are told separately start to converge, and when they come together, it's pretty amazing what happens between them.
How much does it develop when they're in those roles? I've heard from some of your wonderful
Yeah.
collaborators tonight that you respond to things, so a scene might change, the tone of it might change purely from performance.
Yes.
How important is that to you to allow your collaborators to explore and help tell the story?
Well, I don't hire actors just because they're good actors. I hire them because they're all good storytellers. They have ideas. And once they get to know a character, they often get to know the character that David Koepp and I created better than the characters we thought we knew better than anybody else on the face of the planet. And suddenly Emily Blunt knows her character better than we wrote the character. And so does Colin Firth, and so does Eve Hewson, and so does Josh O'Connor, and the whole
Coleman
great
as well,
cast.
yeah.
So this was a collaboration. We became a family on this.
Talking of collaborations, it would be remiss of me, being such a huge fan of soundtracks, to mention the score and Maestro Williams and the
Williams,
music.
Yeah.
The music on this film is everything. It's kind of delicate piano to huge orchestration.
Yeah.
It's delicious. What was that collaboration like?
Well, it was
with them?
wonderful because when John saw the movie for the first time, he did something which he's done a couple of times, but not often, and that is he said, this time I'm going to write music not to lead the film. I'm going to write music under the film to give it a slight nudge forward, but I'm not going to lead it. Like Indiana Jones leads, that score leads the film. Close Encounters leads the film. It's so symphonic. This is more subtle, but it's still pure John Williams genius.
It's gorgeous. Now, we saw in The Fabelmans, you practice in those train chase scenes very
Yes.
early on.
But those were small electric trains.
This is a little
This
bit
is a full-size train in Disclosure Day.
How was that for
It
you?
was scary. It was scary.
Scary is good though, no?
It scared me. It scared the actors, and they were on safety wires. Didn't matter.
Listen, you have given